Hello, my name is Roger, and this is the second video about rc-softmarketing 1.2. The first one was giving you an introduction about what this program has to offer. This one will show you the efficiency of the program. Why do we believe it is such a superior program? Why do we believe it's so fast, so good? And I'm going to show this on an example, and I pretend I have a new sales agent working for me. I am a manufacturing company. I have thousands and thousands of products to sell, and I'm going to set him up. Obviously, he has the same program as I have because we're going to save some time with import and exports by doing so. I hit this simple export button, and it will export all the data into an Excel sheet. Neglect this for now. We assume you have already set up your program. It will put in all my emails after each line item, so if he finds a line item interesting for him in his sales activities, he'll know how to send me an email. Okay, then you can accept this path, you can accept the name, you can change this as you want to. For now, I have chosen the standard path here. I don't want to hit the OK button, I just hit cancel for now. And at this point of time, I have exported to my friend, to my new sales guy, over 9,000 entries. Let's say after a while he has been working and he found maybe 1,000 entries he wants to share with me. So what do I have to do to import? What did he do to import the 9,000, or what do I do to import his? I hit external data, Excel. I'm going to choose a path where I have saved the Excel sheet when he sent me the email. In this case I put it in tutorial. I click it, open it. I'm going to append it. I'm choosing the table, and this is for everybody who owns this program. The same table we have to use now. Very important, machinery listings. There it is. Okay. Then just click next, because he has the same format as I. Nothing will happen. No error messages should come up. Machinery listings. We accept that. We're going to finish. We're going to close it because we don't want to save those steps, and we're done. We've imported 1,000 entries. So now I have a customer who is interested in some products. He has sent me an email and says, Roger, I need a Vermatex, which is a brand name, which if you were a car dealer you may have Ford. Derby, well, you may have the color blue. 210, you may have the horsepowers or cubic engine. So it's adaptable for any industry, service, production oriented, or broker. It doesn't matter, it can be adjusted. Here's an example of the used textile machinery industry. I'm going to go back in my database, and I'm going to try to find that particular product. Here you see over 9 categories I can search for. It allows me to choose the entire word or a fraction as I like, and I can choose furthermore in other areas. I can choose any of this. Any combination is accepted. As long as the data is in the database, it will find it. So if I want to search for something like my customer is asking for, I happen to have all the brand names in the category number 3. So I'm going to put in Vermatex. Could have chosen just Vama, just a portion of it. And I know that all the processing, the ways of processing the fiber is in my category of 4. I can choose DO. If I had a dodo in there in category 4, it would show it too. Category 4 here. So it searches for everything which starts with a DO or has a DO in the middle of a sentence or a word. And let's see what it does. After updating, I have 455 entries only. But that's not enough. I want to go even further. He has asked for 210 centimeter. I have 2 options. Now in my case, I have set up another column with all the widths. And if I want to use that, I can sort and use the standard 2010, Access 2010 sorting tools, ascending, descending. to get somewhere if I like to. But in my case, I know that I also have them in the description, and I'm gonna punch in 210. Now it will also search for 2100, for example, because it's a part of 210. So anything which has 210 in here mentioned will be popping up. It's very important to understand that part of the search criteria. It will narrow it down now to 125 entries. Let's say I need to further go in depth here on the description area. The only way I can do it is by choosing the Access database as well as the Access 2010 engine in combination. For example, I want to choose a 400. Everything which contains the number 401, I can put it in here. Make sure you're going to choose the current document, not the field, and any part of a field. This way, if I chose 401, it goes to the whole database. Otherwise, if I just want to scroll through this column, I would have to go through whole field or any portion, combination of this. I always used current document, and let's see if it finds it. There is one, for example. Here, go to the selection. It already suggests what's been highlighted. I'm going to choose this for now, and it's been narrowed down to 51 entries. I can do this now again with another search for maybe 210, and we'll further narrow down. And that's how you can double team these. Now you have 51 entries here. I can send a report out based on this 51 entries. Right mouse click, and I can even export it in an Excel sheet, Word, Access. I can choose any of this. I can also export the entire, that will be including confidential information, which I don't want to do for now. You really don't want to do it unless, you have to. It's going to be for your own personal purposes. It'll volunteer the information, for example, who has been offering you this. And sometimes you don't want to volunteer that information. But if I want to take this selection now, I can take any portion of it, I can take any selection of it, left, right, left side, right side. And I can go right mouse click, and I go and paste it in here. Now I can do right mouse click paste, but some programs don't allow it. Then you can go to your keypad and hit Control V, and it will incorporate it in here. Let's say you have a couple of customers you need to send it to, then you can do that too. You can go here and choose as many people out of a database you need to send this information to. Right now I only have 3 active customers. You may have 500, you may have 1,000 customers. You can highlight as many as you need to. Hit the right mouse click. Go back to your email program. Choose carbon copy, blind carbon copy. In my case, I don't want to volunteer to everybody. And notice it has incorporated something I don't want, a string I don't want. I delete this part. It will also, this is a Google example, Google email online program, internet program. It'll put in a comma. You can see here between those 2 addresses. And it's a great thing. Google allows up to 500 emails a day, so Google could be working. I'm not here to promote Google, but that'll work. Just make sure you cut out that portion of it you don't need, and it will work. Otherwise it gives you an error message. Going back to my database, I may have mailouts I need to do. I showed you already this. You may have thousands of people here and too many to send in one email, and you have to chop it up. What you can do is you can go to here and you can go and kind of document the last mailout you made. You may have sent like 300 mailouts before. In this case, for example, I have sent them from position number 1950 to 2440. All these emails. So these are about 490 emails. I've chopped my database up, and I'm sending that out, and I document that. So next time I start with position number 2441 if you will, and I go through and to the next position number, and in this case I would start the next sequence and then go in the next sequence up to 90. A little bit confusing on this particular example, but here's better, from 710 to 1200, from 1200 to 1600 with the next mail out, and so on and so forth. If you have this mail out you want to do, you have maybe standard phrases you want to send there, you can do that. You can highlight the section, copy it. Let's say you have a price request, or you have machine sold, or you have price updates, and you can copy and paste these phrases in here too. There it is, and I would do that. Right now it shows centered, but if I were to put it in here, Control V, and it shows left-sided. Had something to do with how it was pre-formatted here. So don't worry about it, you can change it. And there's my text. This is the summary.